Welcome. I'm Gradon, and this is Bin Buster, where I buy, watch, and review budget bit movies for you. Today's film, I have an exclusive for you because I happened to see the early showing on Wednesday of The Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Right here, I'm going to put the poster as we talk about this movie. And as always, if you like my movie reviews, want to catch a live stream that I've been hosting, or every video I post, hit the bell notification out there so whenever I post a video, you're notified. If you're not subscribed yet, hit that thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button. So whenever I drop video, you guys are here to join the Bin Buster community, where we talk everything in the world of movies, comics, and more. Without further ado, let's get into this review. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes is the 10th installment of the Planet of the Apes saga that dates all the way back at least 50 years. But you see, the franchise is split up into three parts. We have the original 5 films, we have the Tim Burton film, and then we now have the Caesar saga, which this movie is a part of, even though it takes place 300 years in the future of the Caesar saga. It's kind of still related in some ways. Like I said, this movie opens up. We open up with the death of Caesar. Like, we actually see him. They put wood and rocks up and they light it on fire, kind of like a Viking pyre. And so when they do that, you see what we've known in Matt Reeves' saga is long dead. Caesar's dead. And now when the movie picks up after that scene, it says many generations later. So to me, that means it's at least 100, maybe 200 years in regards to this. They're saying it's at least 3. When the producers and director of this movie, writer, have all stated it's about 300 years in the future. So I'm like, okay, this is actually pretty good. You're telling a story in the future, but having what we know in existence as well. So this is 300 years in the future, and it opens up with Noah, I wouldn't say a cub of a monkey or a child. I would say probably teenage years, not necessarily adult yet. Him and his 3 friends are going out to find bird eggs. Why? Because the binding ritual is happening the next day. And what it is his tribe deals with a lot with birds. I mean, you're talking that his tribe sends off birds to go to war. They send off birds for messages back and forth with other apes in other locations and everything like that. So you see, they're pretty much they're living in like grass huts and stick huts. So they're not necessarily primitive, but they're kind of back to where they were when the original films took place. The original films had some what is it? Had some houses, but they were all made out of sticks and everything. So we kind of get that taste, that feel back of where this movie is heading. 300 years, and this group is all thriving on their own. The elders make the law, and they keep going, this is law. They go like this is law. So when they do that, they know the rules. That's what their rules are. Until one night when an echo, who happens to be a human, so you and I would be echoes. Why? Because whenever they run around, they leave an echo, which I thought was a kind of cool little thing here and there. Kind of a little cool nod to, hey, they're an echo of the past. Yeah. So that's what it is as well. So they find an echo, and the echo does some stuff. I'm not going to explain what they do. But the echo is there, and in this ape camp, meets Noah, and his egg breaks. So he's all upset because his binding ritual will not happen the next day. So his 2 friends say, you know what? Don't worry about it. We will hold off for next year as well with you, bud. But then he's like, no, I need to get one tonight. So he goes on a night excursion by himself to find another egg. This is when this movie starts getting very interesting, folks, because we end up getting a group of apes that have like these cattle prods. They're about like 8 feet tall, 8 feet long, and actually electrocute you at one end. So yeah, they have these things, and we see them attack. We don't really see what they attack until they come into the picture. They're attacking apes in the name of Caesar. Yes, the same Caesar that we had in the Matt Reeves trilogy. Yeah, it's the same Caesar we had in the Matt Reeves trilogy. They're doing it in the name of Caesar. Interesting. Because Caesar's thing was ape don't hurt ape. That's always been the thing in Planet of the Apes, that apes don't hurt apes. But Caesar's thing was apes don't hurt humans. But yet, here they are. And then they find out, here they are attacking apes. They find his horse and send it back, and they follow the horse to his encampment, to his tribe's home. And when he gets there, these apes are running amok, burning their buildings down, taking people away. They're pretty much kidnapping his tribe. And what we find out through the course of him going on this adventure to find his family, that they're in the kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. That they're in this ape kingdom. And along his way, he meets an orangutan. This orangutan knows the ways of old Caesar, like kind of like how they make the orangutans the lawgivers, because that's a nod to the original, which makes sense because they look wise and older than what they really are. I kind of find that fascinating here, that he has all the books of the law, can't read them. He knows what he knows symbols, that there's symbols in these books, can't read them because he's obviously been by himself for years, but follows the ways of Caesar from 300 years ago. So someone had to have taught him all this stuff. And we don't learn that, but they go on this adventure. The echo that's been plaguing Noah joins them because she's on this adventure. They all go to the kingdom, all captured. The orangutans killed along the way. They all go on this event to the kingdom. Noah finds his family. Nova, the echo, that's what they call them because all females are Novas. So it is written in the book that they're all Novas. So an odd again to the original series, where the female there was named Nova. But you see, this is where it gets interesting. The apes, the king is Proximus Caesar. So technically, these guys who were attacking these apes were doing it in the name of Caesar. The wrong Caesar, but did it that way because he learned about the Roman culture and how Caesar is a title. And so he decided to take the title of Caesar, so that way when they do it in the name of Caesar, they're doing it in his name, which is kind of crazy. William H. Macy's in this movie. He plays a human that's siding with these apes, teaching them about Roman history, which is kind of weird. And then Nova kills him because she has a mission that she is in. The apes are trying to open up this big vault thing. He thinks, Proximus thinks there's something in there that will make them evolve more, make them evolve more. But we come to find out it's a weapon silo. Like this is a silo. Once you are inside of, you know it, because if you've seen the Matt Reeves trilogy, you know what I'm talking about. It's one of those facilities, and so it's there. They blast water to try and destroy it. She takes something, and in the realm of this movie, Noah becomes the leader of these new apes. The kingdom's destroyed. Proximus is dead because of Noah being able to, in a crazy fashion, be able to bond with his bird, and the bird helps him out. So that's crazy. Who's been following him this whole time? And then we see that happen. And then what we see, this is all before the credits happen because there's no end credit scene in this movie. What we see then is Noah's group rebuilding better. They learn stuff. Everyone's welcomed in Noah's family and in Noah's tribe. What they learned there at the kingdom, they start building structures here. So and the only rule is ape does not kill ape in this one, and that is said via Caesar. And that's the thing. Like doing it as the original Caesar would be. We don't know yet how the humans are playing in here because Nova stole something that's some sort of microchip for a computer, and we find out when she goes to this big building. There's other humans inside, so these humans have been hiding out in these buildings. These ones could talk. So it's kind of like the Matt Reeves saga stuff. It's coming back in here with a group that could read and write and do all this fun stuff. They get this microchip, they place it in, these satellites work now. And so they're able to communicate. They're like, hey, is anyone out there? And they get a communication back from Indiana saying, no, yeah, someone's out there. It's good to finally hear some voices. How long have they been trying this? They've been trying. Has this group that's been in here trying this for 300 years in different ways? Because these satellites look all busted, all broken down, and everything like that. So we see that. That's how the movie ends. So are we going to get a humans versus apes again in this saga? I don't know. I went in. I thought I was expecting something different. I thought a Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. I was thinking more so like we would see in the first one. I'm not talking about Rise. I'm talking about the Planet of the Apes back in the 70s. I thought we would see something like that, where they're all sophisticated. Maybe diving a little bit into the comic book realm of stories and see them actually having airplanes and vehicles. But no, they're still riding on horseback, which makes sense for the thing. But I was expecting them to be more technologically advanced when I went in, not to where they were, not where they're at. Still not technologically advanced, but okay. That's what I thought going in. That was my one preconceived notion in here. And knowing that Matt Reeves wasn't involved in this, I realized like, ooh, I don't know how this is. But I want to tell you something. I had a good time in this movie. I took my brother to watch the Wednesday showing because it was hey, I had a chance. I was able to watch a pre-show, a pre-release of it finally of a movie. So I went with my brother. We both had a great time. We both enjoyed it. It's a good time to be had. If you're a fan of Planet of the Apes, the Matt Reeves one, or even the originals, this would be a good time for you to go. If you're a fan of the new, if you haven't seen one, I suggest you watch the Matt Reeves trilogy. So Rise, War, and Dawn. So you watch all three of those, you then can understand some stuff in this movie and understand what they mean by the name of Caesar. I suggest you go watch those three before you watch this. You don't really need to because they kind of tell you, they kind of sum it up at the beginning with a title sequence, but it's always good to know. It's always good to have that little bit of info when you go into a movie. But anyways, it's now come to that time where I give you my review, my thoughts on this. I've already given you my thoughts, my rating. I mean, I'm going to give you guys this. I mean, I give it a solid 4. The CGI was great. Like these apes, they can't. Ever since the Matt Reeves saga, the apes have looked amazing in here and look real compared to the humans that are in the movie. So I give it a 4 out of 5. It's a very solid film, very fun film. You're going to have a good time at it. You're going to have a good time bringing your family to this too. And as always, I'm Grant. This is Bin Buster, where I talk movies, just not movies here, but budget bin movies, stuff that I get on the cheap or stuff I'm interested in talking about in movie wise. Speaking of which, check me out Tuesday when I do my live stream, my Tuesday night live stream. I will be ranking the Planet of the Apes movies, like all 10 of them. All 10 of them. We're going to go through all 10 of them, and I will be ranking them when what I think is my best from 10 to 1. Number 1 being the best, number 10 being the worst. So come check that out Tuesday. And in order for you to make sure you get that notification, hit that bell notification down there. So when I get this, so when I go live, you guys get the notification. Hit that thumbs up button. And if you haven't subscribe to this channel. Like I said, I talk movies, comics, and more right on here. So I hope you guys remember, just because it's the Planet of the Apes, you just have to get your damn hands off me. Until next time, I'll see you guys here